Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm sorry I had to do that. I'm addicted to protein shakes. Hold on. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Where am I going to put Am I live? Yeah, I'm live. First, we're going to look at the emails. Okay, we're going to do it like this. I got to fill something out, a questionnaire. Okay, I'm going to have to do it like this then. Open up another browser. What? What's going on? I don't want to open nothing. I want a new document. Okay, here we go. It took him 7 days to send this to me when he didn't research nothing. And I'm going to tell him that. Why did you take 7 days to send it to me? Don't you want a good reputation? You're making yourself look bad. I'm thinking you are actually doing the research. This is taking time out of my busy schedule, man. What is the name that the entity you own that you would like to get verified? The Kimberly Cloud Show. Two. What is your full legal name from the above? Kimberly Michelle Cloud. Date of birth 07/03/1984. I'm not about to say my address. I'm not telling you my address. I stay in Seattle. Height 5'6". Spouse separated. Children 3. Unknown names. Genre R&B. Wait, R&B. Available social media channels. Facebook, the Kimberly Cloud Show 39. TikTok, the Kimberly Cloud Show 39. Twitter, KCS Experience 84. What else? What is Snapchat? Snapchat, KCS Experience 84. I think it's just KCS Experience now. Facebook to link in the Kimberly Cloud Show. What else? Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat. YouTube, Kimberly Cloud, and the Kimberly Cloud Show. And did I do Instagram? Instagram, the Kimberly Cloud Show 39. Personal bio. I am 39-year old. I am a 39-year-old woman who ran for U.S. Senate and will be running for City Council in May 2025. Period. I am, what else? Single, and I have the Kimberly Cloud Show, which is on those platforms. I should have 1,000 followers on TikTok soon because of my promotions, and this will allow me to go live on it. You can also find me on Apple Podcasts at the Kimberly Cloud Show. What else? I have talked to famous people like Marty Kaiser, who made small instruments for the FBI, or small listening devices for the FBI. And what was it? What was it, y'all? Not to be killed. Um, Enemy of the State was about him. Then met I talked to Damon John. If he play me again, I just don't want nothing else to do with him, man. I'm doing this covering my butt because if he play me again, writing this over and over and over, I'm just gonna tell the FBI he's leading me on and making me take time out my busy schedule, and I'm just gonna ignore him and have the FBI watch him. Then I talked to Damon John on Facebook Live one day, and it was 3 million people. I also got a shout out from Jay-Z. What else? I've spoken. I've spoken to DC Glenn from Whoop. There it is. And I've spoken to Sean Harper, ex NFL player. I've I have to change this, interviewed Will Roberts and Kevin Stone. I've interviewed millionaires and also lower class. I am on BBS Radio and KCAA Radio. Oh shit. Went down the wrong pipe. I am a caring, charismatic person. I know I'm missing somebody. I am an Eastern Star and go where? University of Phoenix for my what? Masters in business communication. I am an entertainer and I have been on the Trudy Bierman Show, PSI, the Invisible Podcast, Jeff Pearson. Who else? What else? Ah, the Joyful Manifestation, the Creative Nomad Show, the Podcast Business News Network. I produce over 400 videos so far and 130 MP3 shows on Apple Podcasts. I'm ready to upgrade. I'm ready. I upgrade my craft every day. If he does a good job, I put in a good word for him. That's all I'm going to say. USA. If he doesn't, record label, no record label. No business partners. None. Movies, quotes, official Gmail, quotes to do hard work and be determined no matter what. Official Gmail, Hauser Kimmy 752 at gmail.com. Official website https www.facebook. Facebook is happy. I've been using them. .com/ the Kimberly Cloud Show 39. Questions for Google. No. Let's see. Save as questionnaire Google panel. Okay, send this crap to him real quick. I don't like it when it looks snappy. I've been moving around. Now I can get to business. I'm sorry. Y'all watching? Y'all not even watching me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. They're like, where'd she go? I can hear her, but I can't see her. I'm sorry. I got to get off of here, and then I promise y'all I'll get back on here. I have to get off of here so I can call this Wikipedia guy and see what he's going to do. I promise I'll get back on.
No one is available to answer your call at this time. Please leave a message after the tone. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Go ahead and give me a call back, Mason, from Wikipedia, Wiki Studio. Thank you.
Hi, this is Alia. Thanks for calling. Please leave a voicemail.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hi, Ari. Can you give me a call when you can at your earliest convenience? Because I sent it last night. I have only a little bit of we transfer files left, and I sent it last night. And pretty much, I need you to check for a lady or me. My Gmail account is Hauser Kimmy. Check your spam. I'll send it again. Let me send it while I'm on the phone. That's what I was trying to do. It's going to be an MP3 and MP4 file. I'm sending it right now. Where is your name at? Maybe something. Let me go back here for a second. It should be saved in the database. Oh, that's why. Because your email isn't Ari Brush, it's CXO 360. It's coming from Hauser Kimmy. I'm sending it now. Let me check my messages real quick. Now I got one more high-end celebrity that I gotta reach out to, y'all. Okay, take care. It's sending. Bye. Remember, Hauser Kimmy. Call me back, please. Bye. What about the Webby Awards? Okay, all my mail, nobody's. Let's check the spam. Yep, I got one. That's as far as I'm going back. Okay, I know that's clear. What the hell of it? Oh, spam. Okay, that's clear. Okie doke. So now, this is the fun part. Hold on. I'll look at that later. I'm gonna put some shows on Apple Podcasts real quick. Let me get out my handy dandy book. I ate me a fried bologna sandwich, y'all. I was like, I need me some bologna in my life. I loved it. I don't like the cold. I mean, I can mess with the cold bologna sandwiches too, but I was like, I need me some meat because I don't eat meat no more like that. Believe it or not, I just stick with beans and rice. I don't understand it. Um, so yeah, yeah. It looks sloppy, but I'm just showing y'all what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Okay, what's this? Yeah, it was successfully transferred. Now, what do I do? I got StreamYard Studio. We're going to start 10 videos. 10 videos. Let's look at the dates. We start with what? Next one. We're going to do season 2 right now. We got Deborah Henn. I'm going to send her the link. That's one. We need 10. The next one. Oh, I remember her. Elizabeth Hendricks. Send her the link. Let me put biggest day. Send the link to guest. And then I'm going to check matchmaker. Check matchmaker after this. I know I got some messages. Okay. Who else? Elizabeth Hendricks. Kenton Hall. And then I'm going to start again and start downloading it. Who is this? Scott Klein. Oh, I gotta promote. What's his name? Let me put a note. Promote. What is his name? Hold on, y'all. Let me do the 10 first. Kim, you doing too much. Who else? Peter Christian. Andy N. JJ Carroll. A. Richard Blank. Teeter Sunfine. And 10. Come on. Megan Jordan. Jordan. Okay, that's the thing. Promote. Go back home. Uh-oh, it's about to go down. I need the 26. I need to see who's going to show up on next Tuesday and promote them. It's another star. I has it. What? That's not right. Zach Waldman. Who is this that I put for the 26? I need to change it. Where's she at? Somebody jumped the gun. Who is this? Heather Wild. Email her. 4 p.m. Pacific is an opening. That's no more, no less. Now, go back. It starts with Deborah Henn. Come on. It's Deborah Henn. Right here. Right here. I'm going to write them in a group like I usually do. Audio only, MP3, download. Audio only, audio only, audio only, audio. Okay, so we stopped at Peter Christian. Okay. Lord Jesus. I don't need that. Shizzle. I want it scoot up more. Okay. We're starting with Deborah Henn. The Kimberly Cloud show featuring Deborah Hen. I have to write them individually because in order for them to find it, I have to down uh, fiddlesticks. The Kimberly Cloud. Wait. And I have to fix something. This show is about the trials and tribulations of a good Christian. She went through a ton of things to come out to the light and enjoy her career and her family. I enjoyed interviewing her. Not here, her. Season. I gotta change the seasons on Noah. This is episode 2. Full HTTPS www.facebook not book.com/ the Kimberly, not Kimber me, Kim, not Kim 39. Now, where is that picture? Forget it. There we go. I don't have time to be searching all day. Be hiding. Immediately. Anyone can listen. Choose file. Where's 10? Right there. Okay. If y'all don't know how good that is, this is bomb. Now we got Elizabeth Hendrick, which is explicit. So everything is going. Season 3. Save it. Go back. Go to Ken Stearns, which is published now. Okay, it's good. It's on season 3. Go here. The Kimberly Cloud Show featuring Elizabeth Hendrick. Create. This show is very powerful because it talks about the dominatrix of being dominated by another woman in the Japan scene. She has went through a lot of things only to come out strong with a solid, non-abusive relationship. She was awesome. How do you spell dominatrix, y'all? With an X. S G A space. No. I can't wait to drink my water. Okay, hold up. Season 1, 2, 3, episode number 3. Yeah, she's 3. HTTPS www.facebook.com/the Kimber. I'm gonna copy this because that's the only thing I need to copy so it could be faster. 30. I hate when it's a little bit. I'm too cheap to get a large. Anyone can listen. Choose file. Hen is done. No. No, how do I move to trash? Hendrick. Yeah. There we go. Check her off. Okie doke, light our souls. Period. Next one. Scott Klein. The Kimberly Cloud Show. Not Clouds, Cloud Show featuring Scott Klein. This episode takes us on a educational journey while it talks about Dr. Klein's career and how he was what was the show about? He joining the guard and now being an extraordinarily great soldier. Do I call him a soldier or do I call him a captain? Because I'm just gonna say soldier to be on the safe side because I don't remember everything that we talked about. He got his doctorates and has been running businesses with his family for a while. I enjoyed interviewing him. Come on, Bird, you being lazy. You gonna break the branch. There we go. What else? episode art. Okay. Okie doke. Save that. Go to episodes. Who's next? Peter Christian. The Kimberly Cloud Show featuring Peter Christian, LLC. This, what was Peter Christian's about? I can see his face and tell. Let me go to his face. What did I say for Kenton Hall? I have to go back to that one. He was he's in the UK. Scott Klein. Let me go back. Hold up. Close that out. Close. We transfer out. Go back here. Go back here. I can rewrite that. I didn't do his yet. Let me do Kevin Hall's. The Kimberly Cloud Show featuring Kenton Hall. LLC. I'm only going to be able to do this. This show was magical. He spoke about creating different books and short films. He was an awesome guest. I would recommend finding him as a client. He and his daughters. Let me make sure that's him. Where you at, Kenton? No, I don't want to edit that. No. Ooh, I'm going to start doing that. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to have to let it ride. Where is it at? It won't let me see it. It's okay. Let me go back. Where you at, Mr. Hall? You know what?
That out of your imagination, and now it's a real thing. That's still exciting, and I think the day it stops being exciting is the day that I'll stop, and find something else to ruin my life with.
Well said. I wanted to know about your the comic memoir Bisection.
Yeah, that again, this is one of those happy accidents. I had ordered. I'd been doing a lot of film stuff, and A Dozen Summers had been very hard, and it'd been a very emotionally wrecking. And I was in a very low place for for 2 or 3 years after it, with life stuff that was going on as well. And having lived with bipolar disorder like all my life, I'd always kind of written like little bits online about it, and I'd always tried to find the funny in what was sometimes very dark situations. But what happened was I'd ordered a book from a publisher, Chinbeard Books, who are now my publishers, and it had got lost in the mail somewhere. So I emailed the publishers to go, oh, sorry, I just wanted to let you know this book I ordered got lost in the mail. Is it possible you could send out a replacement? But I wrote a funny email because I felt asking. And the guy is a small publisher, so the actual guy who ran the publisher answered the email. And I made him laugh. And so we kind of became sort of like...
What just happened? I know I didn't stop. It just happened. Oh, well. It won't do that on a transcript, and it's scripted. Okay. Go to Peter Christian. He's number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Let's look at Peter Christian real quick. I can tell by their face what I talked about. Is that Peter Christian? No, that's Andy N. Peter Christian is right here. That's Scott Klein. No, sorry. Oh, wow. Peter. Yes, Mr. Peter. Let's listen to him for a while. I do his podcast.
Quality and was the head of quality assurance for about 2
He worked
years.
for
From there,
Crayola.
went over to research and development and was a director in research and development, working with development of new products and refinement of existing products and so forth. And then when that time was up, that's when I moved out of Crayola and moved into the consulting world.
Wow. And before we end with Crayola, I just have to know, before you left, what were they talking about or trying to do for the future of Crayola? Because I used Crayola when I was younger and still today.
Yeah. Well, we had an interesting situation because we really didn't have competitors in regards to the types of products we were doing, the crayons and the markers and things like that. But what happened was, and we can all appreciate this, a lot of other leisure time activities entered the arena. Kids got into online gaming and computers and sports. It blossomed particularly for young women, okay, who got into sports. They weren't just doing small things anymore. They were in softball and basketball and soccer. And so we were competing outside of our arena.
Where is it at? Okay, let's download you. MP3. Who is next? Andy N. Download MP3. Peter, what's your name? JJ Carroll. I know what you talked about. Very nice show. And the great old. He's so funny. He's so crazy. Peter Surfine. One more. Give me one more. I don't want to have to wait. I have to wait. I'm going to wait because I want to get them both. Instagram. Radio. I got a show to do. You send me swinging. There we go. Peter Surfine. And one last one. Good. One last one. Megan Jordan. Bam. Got them all. So now I don't have to come back here. I go here. And this is Peter Christian. Let's go to Peter. MP3. Go back. Anyone can listen. No subscription here, baby. Peter Christian. Peter Christian. There you go. You send me slanging. Boom, 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 boom. I wait for a day, sweet and away, and love my way. I do the right, girl, you send me singing, you send me swinging. Okay, that's enough. When I'm with you, I fall deeper in love, swinging. Feeling is the one thing my heart is sure of. So okay, Andy N. Okay, I get it. Cloud show featuring. Go back. That LLC. What was Andy N's about? I can hear his voice and tell. Where you at, Andy N? Is this you? Yeah, let's go to you.
All the time, really, I find.
You were so shy. And y'all are busy. What about the end?
By accident, back in the last year, we started a second monthly podcast off because Cloaked and Shadows is monthly.
Hi, Super
But not
Cone.
the TV guide, and that's where
Give me
we
your
got
cone.
me and Amanda with a stand-up comic who's a friend of ours,
Hi
do
there.
very irrelevant and often funny look at what TV programs we've been watching the past month or so.
Cool.
Don't take that serious.
Y'all are busy. What about the ambient music? We're going to talk about different frequencies. So,
Oh, yeah.
Get into the ambient music.
I started that a long time ago when I formed a band with a friend of mine. What, 97 was I was 25, and we were messing around with a lot of experimental ambient music. Then I'd always had a love for it, and my friend Keith, he had the same, and we did a joint formed a band together. And after that band finished, we went our own direction. And mine eventually led me to Ocean and a Bottle, which I formed in 2015. That's been going for 10 years now as well, nearly. And it was like, that was me on the keyboard, because I came out of a bad long-term relationship back in 2015, prior to meeting my wife. And I was using it as the sonic frequencies to try and help myself sleep. Because if you get the right frequencies, you can often, it helps you relax sometimes, take half an hour if you go to bed every night.
I agree. I listen to the 963 frequency, the 444. I'm going to check out your album. Is it on Spotify?
Bits are, but it's more in Bandcamp. I use a lot of Bandcamp on it, so people can find that on easy enough. An Ocean and a Bottle, or one word, .bandcamp.com. And if you look at it carefully, you'll see a band that I've done with my wife, Amanda, called Bandy in a Bottle. And there's also a band I do with my singer friend, Polly, called Polly Ocean. So that's all very similar stuff, but with vocals on top of it.
What is the theme that you were looking at with this these songs? My heart
Well, it's improvisation, really. It's a lot. Ocean of the Block Boys. I'm a big space geek. I love outer space and massively interested in it. So a lot of that is like me just trying to create improvised space music, looking for ways of noise and ambient music. Like I've just got massive interest. I love Saturn, for example, Saturn's wings, and I love just reading up about, say, Saturn's moons and Jupiter's moons, and they're all fascinating little things in their own ways. And it's not the case where I believe whether there's life out there or not. I don't know. I'm not qualified on that, but they're interesting places to look at and research, I think.
Yeah, and how do you find these new and exciting sounds?
That made me just play around with notes half the time because I've got a keyboard. Yeah, and it's a lot of it is I plug it into sound effects and just play around with stuff. And I'm a big. Do you know the term field recordings?
No.
What field recordings are is like, say you walk into your back garden, because actually you've got a little garden at the back of it. I think you have anyway, and you can step into it with your phone and you're pressing the record. And so you heard some birds cheep and stuff. That's just a field sound.
Oh wow!
And I'll come along and I will record that, and then I'll be layering it on top of all my noise and ambient sounds to give it like an improvised feel.
Have you ever thought about I know I'm about to sound really weird, but okay, let me just say it. Okay, so like, you know how they do scientific studies on different frequencies? Well, you know, maybe when you get higher in your career, you know, you can try to do a scientific study to study the brain waves of what, you know, sounds give the best results. Have you ever thought about doing that in the UK?
No, but I'm aware of it. I'm very aware of it. I know of there was a case when I was with my ex before, Amanda, where Jarvis Cocker's radio show on BBC Radio 5, he put a song on once, and my ex at the time, or my partner at the time, she had 2 cats, and she put the song on, and it sent both the cats crazy, and they were fighting like anything up and down the living room. So I had to go and turn the radio off quick, because then they just stopped and looked at each other and both went back to sleep.
I'm sorry, I would love to listen to you, but I'm on a roll. JJ Carroll, which has been on Good Morning America in the 5, I think he was on the 5. He talked about, he was adamant about politics. Where is he at? JJ. Okay. Where he at? Right there. Let me listen to him. 50 something minutes. Oh man. Oh no, I'm tired of hearing that ticker. Let's get in the middle. Come on. Lord, what are we doing? We're buffering in 2024. We're buffering. What is going on? We're buffering. Next is going to be a pop-up. I don't know what to say. Come on, please. Come on, baby. Work for me. Stop thinking about it. You got to catch up. I'll let you catch up then. I got to hear what he got to say. Let me do it again. Let me refresh the screen. I kind of caught him off guard. Okay. Let's speed it up. Speed it up. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud.
And on the senior leadership within the United States Border Patrol, so I have a very unique
Border Patrol guy
on exactly what's happening, how it's being portrayed through the destruction of policy and law, and what it's like from a Border Patrol agent's perspective. So thanks for having me on. Very important topic we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, and I just want
time in Middle America. They don't have the jail space, or they don't want to make it. So when illegal aliens come, no matter what they do, The illegal aliens are being arrested for raping children, and they're releasing them with no bail. Illegal alien drug kings arrested, released. Murderers, pedophiles, drug lords, gang lords, they're just left. They're just released into society, and you and I have to deal with it. I mean, you either believe, look, America, this is what makes America so great. There's many things that make America great. But what makes America great is we have freedoms and opportunities. It doesn't matter if you're some white guy that grew up in born in Massachusetts and his father's very wealthy, or a guy where I grew up in Louisiana. I grew up there, a white kid in inner city New Orleans, or a black kid in Lafayette, Louisiana, or a Hispanic guy up in the northern part of California. It doesn't matter. In America, you can be whatever your talents and work ethic will allow you to be. This is where the rub is. In order to have opportunities and freedom, you must always have law and order. If you do not have law and order, meaning people can't just randomly take your stuff or kill you or rape you, this is the only. Do you think that
I let him
don't
talk.
give them-
I let him talk. I had to. He was a well thought out talker. And some people is so passionate. It used to annoy me like back in the day in 2022 when I used to interview. But now I see that it's their passion. They're not trying to hog the stage. They're just passionate. And I ask like questions between there. I try to push in the questions to get them off of the same subject because they'll talk about the same subject. And that's what I do.
Kimberly? And this man represents millions. We don't give them a work authorization document. That's just an example of what's going to happen. Those were Venezuelan gang members. And when you watch them, yes, Venezuelan gang. Yeah. It's common knowledge now. They're running everything. So you have police officers getting attacked. I don't know if you saw the video in Randall Island. They have a giant illegal alien immigrant tent city, and police had to go there and arrest somebody, and all the migrants were throwing chairs at them, hitting the cops. It's all over. What I'm saying is, this is happening every day, all day in America. This is just what the liberal media will allow you to witness because they have to, because of all the social media is showing it. So they have to cover some aptly and openly and in depth. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Tell me one of the shows you've been on, one of the national shows you've been on.
I've been on Fox and Friends. I go on Stinchfield Tonight on Real America's Voice quite frequently. National radio shows, Newsmax. So I've been on all those. I have a Substack account. My Twitter is JJCarroll14. I have a podcast called Unrestricted Invasion on Rumble. So that's where I've been. You can find my.
Okay, so I wrote in the description, this man is powerful. We talked about politics and we talked about him working in Border Patrol. And now retired. He has been on Fox and Friends, which is a high and national radio stations. JJ Carroll, you guys. Okay. JJ Carroll. First, delete Andy M's as I go to JJ Carroll. I need some water. It's just sitting there on my fireplace saying, drink me. And I'm like, I can't get up. I'm falling and I can't get up. Use the life alert. It'll help your life. My grandma, yes, I went way back in the day to those who know me. My grandmother, Grandma Shine, she's dead now, RIP to her. I mean, I didn't have a perfect life, but my Grandma Shine, we used to go over her house and they used to play the Mac. Oh, I was about to mess that up. I want it perfect. I'm so glad I caught that. How you spell retired? I want to make sure nothing is going to stop this from happening. Okay, go back. 8 episodes. We're on track. We're on track. We got 3 more. Richard Blank, Cloud Show, LLC, with famous guest star. He promote me. I promote him. Richard Blank. Richard talks so much about his, what did he talk about? His famous gym he has that houses machines. What kind of machines? What are those machines? Them pinball machines. Pinball machines and many other, what is it called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Antique, vintage antiques. When he isn't working out, he is with his wife and they go out to exotic restaurants together. He has 10,000 employees. He is an awesome man who is smart, talented, and stay in Costa Rica. I think it's Costa Rica. I'm going to be mad if it's not Costa Rica. Working out, not aunt. 9. 1, 2, 3. Paste. Listen. Choose file. We're going to delete you. Where you at, sir? Blank. K-A. Oh, there you are. Dang, we spent 54 minutes talking. I had him on a Tuesday. Wow. Yeah, I made questions for him. He was ready for them. Now I remember. This is the 3rd time I had him on my show. He's an awesome guy. Costa Rica. Almost finished. I can't wait to get ready for the show at 3. And then I have a surprise for y'all at 4. I have a surprise for y'all. I'm supposed to be talking about my article. If y'all think this is fake, it is not fake. Mitchell Mesmer. Okay. Let's see. Peter Surfine. What was Peter's about? Kimberly, Cloud show LLC featuring Peter Sir. Fine. I gotta look at his. We're gonna type as we go along. Where are you at, Peter? Peter Pan. Where you at? There you go, right about there. Another almost hour video.
Every member of the state ought diligently to read and study the Constitution of his country and teach the rising generation to be free. By knowing their rights, they will sooner perceive when they are violated and be better prepared to defend and assert them.
Awesome.
So I take that quote and that's my driving force now. I want everybody to learn the Constitution. I want everybody to understand that what rights are protected by the Constitution and the purpose of government and what our government is supposed to look like. So that if enough of us learn that, then we can elect people who understand what our government is supposed to look like and bring us back to that structure.
Do you think that Republicans and Democrats in the future, if a Republican comes into office, will be able to join together and stop with the competitiveness of their party? You know, like, I think that they should join together. I know some of the things get passed by the Democrats and Republicans, but some things, you know, they go with Biden. And I'm not bashing Biden. I know that that's above my pay grade. And the last time I bashed him, some stuff happened. So I'll say, do you think Republicans and Democrats can work together in the future?
Well, the leadership of the Republicans and Democrats work together all the time. They do all kinds of shady backroom deals and pass all kinds of stuff. You look at bills that are passed by Democrats versus bills passed by Republicans, and you really can't tell them apart. It really has become somewhat of a uniparty.
Okay.
Like, they agree on 80% of the stuff, and they disagree on 20%, and they argue about the 20%. I don't know that they'll ever get along. The vision that I don't know, they've just gotten so bad at blaming the other party for everything.
Yes, I see.
Even though we, the people out here suffering from it, we can see what really happened. Like, you know, the border wall is greater. The immigration crisis is a great example, you know. Regardless of what you think of Trump or Biden, they're the two examples that we have. Trump said that immigration was a problem, wanted to build a wall. He worked deals with other countries. He got the illegal border crossings down to lowest level they've been in a really long time. Guy from the other party comes in using his executive order pen and undoes everything that the previous guy did. And then, big surprise, there's a massive surge of people at the border. You know, what are we up to, like 8 million people now that they'll admit came across the border? But yet they still blame the first guy. Like, the Democrats are still trying to say it was Trump's fault that 8 or 10 million people have come across the border under Biden's administration.
What was your input?
The problem is that there's a bunch of people out there that are going to fall for it.
What was your input on the Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer video with Trump as president at the time, telling them we need more wall? And they were like, no. They were like, no. You had to see the video, right? You seen it.
Right.
What's your input?
I love the fact that Trump brought the press into that meeting. That showed a level of transparency we haven't had in government in a really long time. Yeah. And I love the fact that you could see that it clearly made all of the other people in the room uncomfortable. None of them wanted to talk about it there. They all wanted the cameras to be gone so they could do their shady backroom stuff. We need more sunlight in Washington, D.C. I want to get them out of your email accounts and my email accounts and my cell phone usage and my GPS. They don't need to know a damn thing about me. But you know what? We elected them, so I should have every right to know every freaking thing there is to know about all of them. And it's backwards now. We've got this massive surveillance state where they can, one of the chapters in the book is on the aftermath of January 6th. Ignoring what happened on January 6th, insurrection, riot, party gone bad, whatever. Ignore that. Look at what happened after January 6th. The FBI used cell phone data, GPS data, credit card data, bank record data, airplane data to track down 3,000 people within a couple of weeks. And they didn't have warrants for any of those people.
What happened to the people that almost burned down the White House, the Black Lives Matter? What happened to the people that almost burned down the Senate? Like, what happened with that?
They're fighting on the popular side at the moment.
Yeah.
But the point that I point out in the book is they violated like 4 of our constitutionally guaranteed amendments or constitutionally guaranteed rights just to track down these people because their opinions were unpopular. And they can do it to any one of us. And you can't say, well, I'm a progressive, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, you do. Sooner or later, the power is going to flip, and then they're going to come after you instead of me. Right now, they're coming after me.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
January 6th insurrection. I have reason to believe, which this is above my pay grade again, that there were corrupt people there trying to get innocent people in on causing this conflict of the government. You have your good parts of the government and you have your bad parts of the government. And it just seemed, it seemingly seemed like a setup, but I cannot make that call because, I am not a judge or any of that, but I'll say this. I have reason to believe that some things are being protected and concealed, where some things are just making it seem like it was all Trump's idea. I did not hear out Donald Trump's mouth that he said storm the White House. He didn't, or the Capitol or whatever. He was preaching as usual about different things in the speech that he was making. But like they went in the White House. And not the White House, the Capitol. Just taking pictures. That's all I see. What's your input?
If you really want a lot of information on this, one of my friends runs a website dedicated to this. It's stophate.com, stophate.com. And he's got more. He was hired as an investigator for several of the detainees. He's got more of the access to video footage than anybody I know. Great resource. I didn't put any of that in my book because anything that somebody could point at as a conspiracy theory, I left out.
Understood.
Personally, I think what happened was on one side of the Capitol building, violence broke out. Was it caused by police? Maybe. Was it caused by people in the crowd? Maybe. I don't know. But on one side of the Capitol building, violence broke out. On the other side of the Capitol building, police moved barricades and invited protesters in. But both the ones that were violent and the ones that were invited in non-violent were all arrested. So that's a problem. Like walking through with selfies, walking right past Capitol Police and Metro Police, whatever, walking right past the police who didn't stop them. A lot of these people didn't have any idea that they were doing anything wrong. The police moved barricades, police invited them in, they walked through the building, right? Some of them walked with the police, and they still got arrested. Personally, I think it was a setup. The Capitol Police were woefully unprepared for the number of protesters that were going to be there. They can't say that they were surprised because everybody in the country knew that there was going to be over 100,000 people there. They didn't have a wall. They had a handful of police. They were wearing those little bicycle helmets, like It was a setup of some kind.
Yeah, because people hate Trump a lot.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
do.
I voted for him. I'm not gonna lie, I voted for him, and I'll vote for him again. And the reason why is because MAGA. You know, they always use the phrase MAGA, and all he's trying to do is make America great again.
Mhm.
You know, that's his purpose.
But
You
that's
know,
you're
go
just
ahead.
one of the MAGA extremists. Why is it extreme to want to make your country great again?
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
the other funny part about this is, remember what Biden's slogan was?
What?
Build back better. Okay. What's another word for building something? Making it. And back better sounds an awful lot like again.
It's been 4 years, though. It's been
Right,
4 years.
but my point is, how is make America great again any different from build back better? They both say the same thing, but
Yes.
one of them is violent extremists.
I get it. What I
now.
want to know is why all of this money is going into Ukraine when we need more police officers. We need more police officers at schools. We need more everything, like better gas prices, inflation to go back down. It's crazy in California. What is your input on that?
I don't think we should be giving a dime to any foreign nation for anything. It's not in the Constitution as something that we're allowed to do. James Madison, when he was in the House of Representatives, so late 1790s, there was the island of Hispaniola, Haiti. Big hurricane came through or something. And we had some Haitian refugees in America. And Congress wanted to give them money. Not a lot, just wanted to give them money. Refugees, help them out. Madison stood on the floor of the Senate, or the House, the floor of the House, and said, I can't put my finger on the article in the Constitution that allows us to spend public money on charity. It's not there. Congress does not have the authority to tax us and give it away. They do it all the time.
I don't get it. And what's pretty messed up, my heart goes out to Ukraine, but what's pretty messed up is when they're dying because of whatever is going on over there. I can't pinpoint who's the cause, but whatever's going on and they're passing away, those government checks is going back to the government.
Mm-hmm.
They're going back to the government. So this actor of Ukraine, Zelensky, prior actor, should I say, he's getting rich. He's getting richer, and we're getting poorer. And our children's children are going to suffer too. Why does America have to suffer?
Because we're, the world's police force for some reason, which we shouldn't be. And the Ukrainian thing is, it's a long battle. Ukraine has been part of Russia, not part of Russia, part of Russia, not part of Russia for hundreds and hundreds of years. So my first gut instinct is that it's basically a civil war, and why are we involved in a civil war? But then I go back to 1992. And in 1992, when the Soviet Union collapsed, Ukraine all of a sudden becomes its own country, and has the third largest stockpile of nuclear weapons on the planet.
Whoa.
And they voluntarily gave up all of those nuclear weapons with the promise that we would protect them in the future. So there's a legit promise there. That they had a legitimate reason that we would defend Ukraine because they gave up all of those nuclear weapons. That's legitimate.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah. Now whether or not the war itself is legitimate, I don't know. Because like I said, it's basically a civil war that's been going on for thousands of years.
I agree. And then we have schools being broken into, children getting shot. police officers getting shot in New York, got jumped by a gang of illegal immigrants. Then the cartels is flooding over in the masses. We already have issues with minorities, with lower class. You know, not all of them, but lower class, operating meth labs and stuff. We don't need more like people like illegals, which I'm not anti-Mexican. I'm just anti-illegal immigrants that are part of the cartel coming over here, making meth labs, killing our children, killing our people. What is your insight on that?
I'm anti-illegal immigration. I don't care what color or skin tone or race, ethnicity. It doesn't matter. There's a process. There are laws. If your country was so bad that you want to come to America, okay, use the door. That's all we're asking. Use the door. If you're swimming across the Rio Grande, you're doing it wrong. You have to go to a port of entry, otherwise you're a criminal. And what a way to start your new residency in your new country, by breaking their laws. It doesn't make any sense. Why any country would allow you in at that point? Go to the door. And then we've got places like New York where not only are they putting them in hotels, but giving them food, and now they're going to start giving them like prepaid Visa cards and stuff. To put this in, think about this, Kimberly, if I come and break into your house, are you going to let me stay and feed me and give me money? No, you're going to freaking shoot me. Am I saying shoot the illegals? No. But I'm pointing out that use the door. If I come to the door and I ring the bell and I say, Kimberly, I'm down on my luck. Can I have something to eat? You might give me something. If I break in a window and I crawl in and then demand food, that's what's going on. Some of these places have just lost all common sense.
I don't understand why Kamala Harris or Biden keep ignoring this, and that's why Ron DeSantis was shipping them over. Even Texas is thinking about or has built a wall, and then I think about, well, what's going to happen in the future? If this start lacking again, if we do build a wall and then maybe 25 years down the road, like we start lacking with Homeland Security, there could be bombings where they bomb down the wall and then try to crawl over it. We need stability at that wall.
We need stability in everything in our government. For one thing, there's nothing in the Constitution that says that the federal government is responsible for border security. The federal government the Congress has the power, according to the Constitution, to have the power over naturalization, so becoming a citizen. There's nothing in there that forbids a state from defending its own border. There's nothing in there that says that the federal government can't. It should be a joint effort between the federal government and the state if we're going to go back to the Constitution the way it was written. The problem that we have with government today is that, the Constitution that you and I know, this little tiny thing that's, 4,500 words, that we can sit down and read it in 20 minutes. This isn't the Constitution that the federal government goes by anymore. The federal government now goes by this Constitution that's thousands of pages long. They call it the abridged version. It is all of the Supreme Court cases ever decided about any constitutional issue, all jammed together in this giant book. That's a 240-year game of telephone. You got 4,500 words written in plain English that anybody can understand. Why am I worrying about what this judge said about what that judge said about what that judge said about what that judge said about? Because you take any issue you want, the Supreme Court has reversed itself repeatedly. And sometimes they make just bad decisions. We, the people, should be the ultimate arbitrators of what the Constitution means. It was written for us. That's why it starts with the words, we the people. We've now delegated interpreting the Constitution over to these Supreme Court justices. Shortly after the Civil War, during the Civil War, Lincoln printed money with greenbacks on it, right? The greenback that we know today. Money didn't have greenbacks back then. He printed money with greenbacks on it. He illegally printed more money than we had gold for. He was knowingly breaking the law when he did it. Did it with the greenbacks so that after the war, he could pull all of that money out of the economy. He could pull it all back and throw it away, and we'd be back to normal.
I got to get off of here, y'all. Hold
After
on.
the war, Congress passed a law said that you had to accept this greenback currency as legal tender. And the Supreme Court said, you can't do that. The Supreme Court struck down that law and said that Congress does not have the authority to reach into a private business and tell them what they can or cannot take for tender, for currency. 7 months later, they reversed that decision and said, nope, if the government wants to make you take this scrap of paper for money, they can make you take that scrap of paper for money. 7 months. What changed? That little thing right there should tell us that they're flawed.
Yeah.
And then you flash forward to today. Now you got all kinds of businesses out there, especially in cities. They're like, we don't take cash. We don't accept cash. You have to use a card. Wait a minute. 200 years ago, you forced business owners to take this worthless piece of paper as money. And today, you're allowing business owners to say, no, I don't want that worthless piece of paper. You have.
Okay. I got to get ready. I got 7 minutes for my next show. Y'all stay with me. I'm getting off of here to, relax for 7 minutes. Take care.